we are going to talk about
Box office.
Box office. Thank you for that. This was an interesting one because I saw some predictions ahead of time that said exactly this was going to happen. And the more that I read, that I thought about it, the more sense this made. And says weekend estimates: Spider-Man: No Way Home, 14.13 million, reclaims the number one spot from Scream with 12.4 million. So still a pretty good haul for the Scream movie. It's only about, looks like a little bit under a 50% drop.
Yeah.
Web Slinger sequel is now the 6th highest grossing movie of all time at 1.69 billion. It really is kind of like the little engine that could, well, the big engine that could.
Yeah.
It's going to keep going. So this article is, of course, from Box Office Pro. It says it was a neck-and-neck race for the top spot this weekend with two holdovers. Last weekend's number one film, Scream, and the 6-week-old Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's a month and a half.
Yep.
That's almost 2 months.
It's still in movie theaters. I told you, that's how it felt like for Black Panther.
Yeah. Most of these movies, from what I understand, the window is usually about 45 days. So that's about a month and a half. And this one shows no signs of stopping.
Nope.
So it says, with Spider-Man, the 6-week-old Spider-Man: No Way Home vying for bragging rights over a slow frame in which the two wide openers failed to make much of an impression. Emerging victorious was Spider-Man: No Way Home, which took an estimated 14.3 million, only a 30% drop from the weekend before that. And as we've told before, the one thing I wanted to mention that was interesting, before I really got into like tracking, like I said, I'm not like big with numbers, but I know like the general rules. You know, your total amount for your film is your budget times 1.5 for marketing. I know the general terms, right? So I'm not a normie, but I'm not the smartest person when it comes to this. But I remember when Batman vs. Superman came out, and they advertised like in week 2, because it really did feel like everybody was going to hate on this movie and that the critics were against it. They advertised like a 56% drop as this catastrophic end of the world thing, and that's very normal for week 1 to week 2. So it just shows you, like that's a fairly normal, especially for a big wide release where everyone wants to make it in that opening weekend, because then after that it's kind of lost its appeal. Yeah. Like one of the best ways you can tell whether a movie's going to do well or not is whether it has strong holdover from week to week. But the biggest drop tends to be that first week there. Yeah. So this movie, which was it's a drop, but it's not the end of the world, was advertised as if that somehow meant that the movie was done for. And it just goes to show you how the media can frame this stuff.
For sure.
So just a 30% drop from last week. That brings the Marvel blockbuster to 721 million. That's domestic. Putting its 4th place all-time domestically. The number 3 is held by Avatar, which is a lifetime gross of 760 million. So that could still maybe do that. I mean, that's a pretty big 40 more million to do, and it's already in day 6 or day in like the 45th day or something like that. Yeah.
Well, also you can basically buy this movie. Like last night I was like checking, and Spider-Man: No Way Home, you can buy it for $19.99
on streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was available like right after it came. I swear, I could be imagining this.
It's not available yet.
I could be imagining this. I could have swore Luke was downstairs watching it one day. No?
No.
So you can buy it, but it's not out yet.
Nope.
You can pre-order it.
It said buy. It didn't say pre-order.
So you can buy it, but only streaming, not physical. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get physical media copies yet. It'll be a couple months. It'll be months before that.
Yep.
So it says globally, Spider-Man: No Way Home has reached a new milestone, surpassing the lifetime gross of both The Lion King, 1.66 billion, and Jurassic World, 1.67 billion. That is still crazy to me that Jurassic World did that well.
Yeah.
Especially given how much people tend to hate reboots and remakes these days now. But then again, Chris Pratt is just such a charismatic guy.
Yeah.
We love Chris Pratt. To become the number 6 all-time grosser at the worldwide box office, No Way Home brought in an estimated 27.7 million from 63 markets this weekend, for a global tally of 1.69 billion, 970 million of which came from overseas. Top markets to date include the UK, which has given them 116 million, Mexico 73, South Korea 60, France 59. So you get it gets progressively less there. So Spider-Man: No Way Home is now the 9th highest grossing film of all time in IMAX format, which took in an estimated 2.7 million this weekend. So it's just continuously making tons of money. Like a lot of this at this point, you have to imagine are people that have seen it multiple times.
Yep.
There's no way these are all new viewers, right?
Or it could be like people are like, I can't stand it anymore.
I have to go see it, right?
And also, like, people are, like, overcoming their fear.
Yes, of going out.
Yeah.
So it's, Scream grossed an estimated $10.2 million from 54 markets, bringing an international total to $33.6 million, and globally the tally is $84.95 million. I believe the movie has now broken even. Third place went to Sing 2, which grossed an estimated $5.71 million. That's in its 5th week of release, too, and just a 28% drop.
Do you actually want to go watch it?
Not really.
Well, it's on Amazon Prime.
It's maybe if I was watching it on Amazon, that would be okay, but I'm not. It's not really my genre, I admit. This is weird. Debuting softly in 4th place was the Universal distributed Redeeming Love, which I believe this is the one they were saying was a faith-based movie. They always use that for anything that has anything to do with religion. It took in $3.71 million in its opening frame but it's only 1,900 theaters. That's far lower than your average wide release. The faith-based romantic drama based on the novel of the same name was dinged by terrible reviews. That is not hard to believe, given 11% on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty bad. And I will give the critics credit for this, that the reviews for what was the one with from just a couple weeks ago, the one about Kurt Warner, the football one. I can't remember it now, but
American Underdog.
That one got like middling to average to maybe slightly okay reviews, which is better than you usually get for anything religion related. So I won't say that this is just bias. It could just be a bad movie.
It could be.
But a lot of times I take issue. A lot of times I'm very suspicious when religious movies get really, really bad reviews automatically, because I tend to think that there's some bias there. But this one could, for 11%, it could just be a really, really bad movie.
Yeah.
So number 5 went to The King's Man, which an estimated $1.5 million. We liked that movie. We thought that was a pretty good one. And that one's in its 5th weekend of release as well, bringing its total to $31.5 million, which I guarantee you is under what they were hoping to make. Overseas, the franchise grossed an estimated $6.2 million from 45 markets. So it's chugging along.
Yeah. The little train that could.
And then the 355 is currently proving itself to be the biggest bomb of this year so far. 6th place in only its 3rd week of release, bringing in just $1.6 million. And then there's American Underdog. See if I had just read just a little bit farther down. So you can see the numbers here. So Spider-Man, Scream, and this goes on there. You know what else is still making money too is Ghostbusters Afterlife brought in another $625,000. Only an 18% drop, and it's still in 1,000 theaters. So that's still doing. That's week 10 that's been out there now, and I am a big supporter of that. Only 5th week, but look at this. It beat out Matrix Resurrections, which has been out less time, but is already making less money than Ghostbusters Afterlife week to week.
Dang.
So they're like, it's so crazy when you think about some of these movies that are. Eternals is still down there, still made $10,000 this week.
Oh, damn.
At the very bottom.
Really?
Yeah. Venom Let There Be Carnage. I know that they're talking about re-releasing Venom Let There Be Carnage in theaters. I'm guessing to to piggyback off of the success of No Way Home.
Let it burn.
No, it was all right. Miracle didn't like that movie. Miracle was a lot less happy with that movie than I was. But I'm also my
You're
standards
so
are
deprived.
my standards are so low. My expectations are so low these days that I take what I can get. And then the other one that was a wide release this week was The King's Daughter. That was the one with Pierce Brosnan. Only $750,000. In fact, I want to look up. We're gonna look up on the fly here. Miracle, keep them busy.
Hello, you guys. I'm just going to talk towards you, and you're going to pretend that you're answering my question. So how's your day? Where you're going? I know some of you guys drive and listen to us, so what are you guys doing?
Yeah, how's work going?
Yeah.
Apparently this movie, this was the interesting about it, was this movie called The King's Daughter was made in 2014. And didn't get released till this year. I wouldn't be able to tell you why. Had a budget of $40,500,000, and it's only made $750,000 in the U.S. release this week. So think about that. They're not making anywhere near. So again, and that marketing budget might be a little bit less because this is, if you're releasing movies in January, that tends to be like lame duck territory. They put a lot of movies out in January that they don't expect to do good. And if this movie was supposed to come out in 2014, clearly it's been sitting on the shelves too long, and they just didn't have any faith in it. So it was supposed to come out in 2014. The film was partly filmed in a place in Versailles. I thought that was interesting because I love Pierce Brosnan, but I even when I was looking at the picture of the cover, I was looking at this here and I was like, wow, he looks a lot. Yeah, even with Photoshop, he looks a lot younger there. But it's from XIV. Is that the 14th?
Yeah.
Yes. So King Louis XIV's quest for I could be getting that wrong.
Well, we searched it up last time.
Well, it was 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his quest for immortality. So that one, just a heads up, that one did not do very well. So if you like Pierce Brosnan, as someone like me does, maybe you should go and see it to support. But that movie's not bringing in the numbers. Encanto still in the mix too here at.
Speaking about that movie, our good friend and coworker Lisa said she was so upset with you, Brett, that you did not want to do a review on it.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
She's so upset by that.
I'm sorry.
She was like, you should have done a review for it. It's still number 1.
No, it's not.
On Disney?
Well, I don't like to give Disney any more business than I have to.
And also, most of their songs are trending on YouTube Music.
Movies like that just don't do it for me, man.
Come on. Sing the song We Don't Talk About Bruno.
I'm not doing that. I don't know how to say. First of all, I don't know how it goes. So
okay, I'll play it for you later.
It's like you can play it now, but only if you sing it. You have to sing it.
I have to search up the lyrics.
You don't have to sing it.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, just overall a very, very slow week for the box office right now.
I'm so confused. Why is your I was searching up the lyrics for it, and it's all in Japanese. What happened to your computer? I think I broke your computer again.
Yeah, the language might have gotten changed or something. We'll have to have Ben look at that later.
No, I got it.
You got it? Okay. So yeah, that's just... Okay, because I noticed that earlier I was looking at a YouTube video. I was watching the funeral scene from the Batman, and there was a thing on there, and the language was different at the bottom, and I couldn't figure out why.
That's weird. I'm going to fix it live on air while you search up.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.